Good morning, guys. Scott Litt here, owner of Iron City Power Washing. So we are at this apartment complex today, and we'll jump into that here in a second. But wanted to make an announcement. If you have not commented giveaway to qualify yourself for the giveaway, please do so, because we are 15 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. So it's big news. Never thought in a million years I would have that many. I know there's a lot of guys in this industry who have a channel and they have way more, but that's a huge milestone for me. I'm just here to help you guys, answer questions, any assistance I can give you. That's what I'm here for. But anyways, let's hop into this apartment complex and I'll show you how we're washing this thing. It's old, it's ancient, it's in bad shape, but we're gonna get it looking good. YouTube, Scott Litt here, owner of Iron City Power Washing. Hope you guys are doing well. We're out here at a reoccurring apartment complex. We did some work for them probably 2 or 3 months ago. They just wanted a section of apartments clean, and they were so impressed with our work, they invited us back out to go ahead and clean the rest of the apartment complex. It's gonna be a total of probably about $15,000–$20,000 job. We're still waiting on bits and pieces of other scopes of the work, but right now we're focusing on soft washing all the vinyl. I'm going to be downstreaming today. Got my bleach tank filled up, my drop stick there. I do have a Flow Pro ordered and on the way for you guys wondering why I don't have one. I'm just now getting back into downstreaming. I was X-jetting, and there are going to be some instances here where I am going to X-jet because I'm gonna need about 300 to 400 foot of hose, and it's hard to pull Kim with that much hose. But where I'm set up now, I can downstream. So my objective today is to clean this entire building here all the way around. This is probably the biggest building on the property. It goes all the way down, and then clean that one, and then this little building here. My business partner's gonna knock out 3 as well, so we'll get a total of 6 done today. We're gonna make it kind of a short day because we have a bunch of estimates to go do since it's Monday. Got some people who are waiting for us to come by, so we're gonna use the back half of the day to go do some estimates. So we'll get 6 done. I think we have 11 total, so we should finish up tomorrow. This scope of the job is gonna be $5,500, and then we'll come back and do the rest of the work at a later time. So this is a good account for us. Easy work, downstreaming. Got my shorty here, my shooter tip. I am downstreaming with my 8 gallon per minute machine. So let's crank up and get going. All right, we are cranked up, ready to soak this building. It's cold, so I can soak the whole back half of this building, then come back and rinse. I've upped my surfactant quite a bit. My dwell time is gonna be probably about 20 minutes or so. This side really isn't too, there's a little bit of green right there. It's hard to tell because of the shadows. And I have my machine idled about halfway, trying to save water. We only have 2 water sources on this whole property, so that makes it a little challenging, but that's why we have big tanks that hold a lot of water. Good thing about this apartment complex is down in a valley and there's a lot of shade, so it's gonna get dirty pretty quickly. So they should be calling us every year, every other year. So I've got that side soaked. I'm gonna work my way around over here. Get the gutter line. See my soap there, plenty of soap. The window sills. All right guys, so I'm gonna soap all the way down, and by that time it'll be time to come back and rinse where I started. All right guys, so I decided to not go as far down because my SH is working a little bit faster than I thought it would. It's a little bit warmer. It's around like 50 degrees right now, so not too cold. I soaked all the way to about right where that column is. So I'm about to rev up my machine all the way. And then we'll start rinsing. There's gonna be a little bit of soap coming out initially, to clear, and then we got to clear the line, and then you'll get some fresh water. So come back over here where we started. Give it a good rinse. Still got a little bit of soap coming out, that's normal. And then you could hear it crank into this water. It's not pulling soap anymore. Give this a good rinse. I love downstreaming with the 8-gallon. So fast, super efficient. Get this type of work done very quickly. This is a really old apartment complex. This vinyl's never been cleaned before, and that's very apparent. All right, guys, I'm gonna go around and give this a good rinse, and I'll catch you on the other side. Okay, so I just soaped this whole entire side here. Decided to come make a little quick video for you guys, just to give you a couple of pointers on cleaning apartments, okay? Especially this time of year. One thing, this is something I've learned, is this time of year, obviously I've mentioned this before, is your dwell time, all right? You don't wanna be premature on rinsing. Okay, because if you don't wait long enough for your chemical to react, you may have to go over a couple spots. Again, which you're wasting SH, you're wasting water, you're wasting your time. So this time of year, guys, really train yourself to wait, to give yourself, to give your chemical enough time to react to kill the mold. Then you can come through and rinse. So I'm gonna give this a good 20-minute rinse. I'm gonna let my tank fill up a little bit. Their water pressure here is just not very good. I'm not going to slow us down because our downstreaming process is so fast, especially once we get the Flow Pros on our trucks. That's definitely going to help us out even more. But when it comes to cleaning apartments, guys, I can't help you with pricing. That's up to you in your area. One thing I've mentioned before in the previous video is property protection. Okay, so there's a lot of vegetation out here, so make sure you go and thoroughly pre-wet all the vegetation before you apply your chemical, and then as you're rinsing, just keep that in mind as well. It shouldn't kill the plants this time of year, even during the summer, because there's really not that strong of a mix. It's like 1%. That shouldn't kill plants, but always take the extra step, guys, because getting a commercial account like this is a big deal. So you don't want to lose that account because of something silly like killing some plants, right? So keep that in mind when you get the job. Make sure you go and talk to the property manager and just set realistic expectations. This place is ancient. This is some really old vinyl. There are some black glue adhesive staining on the vinyl, and I told her we can get that off with degreaser and getting a lift and scrubbing, but our process, just soft washing, is not going to get that off. We're here to apply sodium hypochlorite, let it dwell, all organic growth, anything that's green or dirt, black, anything like that, anything organic is going to come off, as you guys know. So you really have to set expectations for your customer, because if you come out here and say, I'm going to clean all this vinyl, get all these black spots off, get your gutters looking really good, which these gutters are, half of them are detached from the building. I don't know why she would want to get these clean, because they're just in really bad shape. But just set realistic expectations and let them know, like, it's going to look really good when we finish, but there's going to be adhesive black spots up there. And I told her that, and she was okay with it. She's like, yeah, those have always been there. And I really encouraged her to, replace some of this stuff, because cleaning it is not going to solve the issue. So set expectations, guys. Sit down with the property manager and just go over the scope and just make sure you are both on the same page. Back to property protection. There was a window down there that was open. And what I like to do is I like to tell the property managers to send out a letter to the residents and let them know we're going to be coming through and soft washing the buildings. That way, you know, that covers our tail. We're not liable for any SH or water going into that apartment. Am I going to sling chemical up there because there was a letter sent out? No, I'm going to take the extra step and just be very careful and try to avoid hitting that window. And if she comes back and says this window is still dirty, the window is open. So that's me just taking an extra step, showing her that, hey, I do not want to get my chemical in that building. Neither does the resident, and neither does she. So just cover your tail, be on the right, the same page with your property manager. Do a thorough walkthrough before, and obviously do a walkthrough at the end of the job. So those are some pointers, guys. Property protection is huge. Make sure that you come out here, pre-start of the job and find all your water sources. This was a last minute job the first time. So we showed up and there was two water sources on the whole property. So this time around, we brought an extra 300 feet of hose so we can maneuver to different buildings and still be connected to water. So just a few pointers, guys. Just be organized, be on the same page, work smart. This time of year, let your dwell time be 20 minutes, and then make sure you give it a really, really good rinse and protect the vegetation. All right, let's get back out there. Also, guys, be aware of the landmines. There's turds everywhere on this lawn here. I'm doing my very best not to drag my hoses through it. That one's been there so long, it's turned white. Absolutely disgusting. But anyways, this is the adhesive stuff I'm telling you guys about. See that up there? That ain't coming off. Anyways, let's get this rinsed. All right, guys, so there is the window that's open. See that little crack right there? So I just go around it. I'm just slinging water right now, so. 8 gallon per minute rinsing is amazing. I mean, look at all that water coming out. Give this a good rinse. Over exaggerate your rinsing during the summer, guys. You don't want to leave streaks on the vinyl. Place is looking good. They're going to be happy. Guys, we're about halfway through the day before we gotta run some estimates, but this is after everything is dried on the first building I started off with. So I'll show you guys how good everything looks. The windows look great. Got my business partner over there. He's working on that building, so we're gonna end up getting probably 5 finished today. We told the property manager we'll probably be here to the end of Thursday, but it looks like we'll be finished by Wednesday. So it's always good to maybe add a day or two to how long you think it may take, because there can be hiccups, guys, even with all this professional equipment. That down there is another nice rig. Things happen, things break, something may come up. So it's always important to maybe add a day or two to your initial scope or however your schedule, however long as you think it's going to take you. So we'll get back to it, letting my water tank fill back up, and then we're gonna go to the very back there, and there's a couple buildings I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of the way. So All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Scott Lett, Iron City Power Washing.